So in this class we are discussing about Dalton's law of partial pressures. So Dalton's law of partial pressures we are going to discuss today. In this, first suppose I'm taking here in V liters volume. In volume V liters. So what is the container volume here? V liters. And at what temperature I'm taking? Suppose temperature T, Kelvin. So T Kelvin is the temperature and volume is V liters I am taking here. Suppose I'm taking this one nitrogen gas. Which gas is taken? Nitrogen gas is taken. So this nitrogen gas is having volume how much now? V volume. That means the gas molecules of this nitrogen will be freely moving in this volume V. In this volume V, all the gas molecules of nitrogen are moving freely. These gas molecules are colliding with each other and also colliding with the walls of container. All these gas molecules of nitrogen collide with walls of container. When they collide with the walls of container, what happens now? Pressure is exerted. So the pressure exerted by this nitrogen gas is P. So P nitrogen is what now here? Pressure. So pressure exerted by this nitrogen is what now here? P nitrogen. Is that clear? Or P1 I'm taking here. First gas now here. First gas I'm taking. So P1 gas. So P1 is what now a partial pressure of nitrogen gas in volume V at T temperature. Now according to ideal gas equation from PV is equal to nRT. From ideal gas equation, what is the formula for number of moles? Number of moles formula is what? N is equal to P by RT. Number of moles is equal to P into V by RT. It is one formula. Or if you want pressure, pressure is equal to what formula? N RT. Sometimes number of moles will be given. So nRT by V. So like this, the pressure of nitrogen gas we can calculate from ideal gas equation, or number of moles of nitrogen gas we can calculate. So here number of moles of nitrogen gas and pressure of nitrogen gas. So it is V volume, V liters. Now I'm taking here the same, I'm taking V volume again. Again the same volume I'm taking. Volume again, V liters. Same volume I'm taking. V liters volume and same temperature again. Temperature is again T Kelvin. T Kelvin is temperature, V liters volume I'm taking. Okay. And pressure of this gas now here. Suppose I'm taking this one here, O2. O2 gas I'm taking here. For this O2 gas, volume is taken what? V liters. Temperature is T Kelvin. And pressure is what now here? P O2. Pressure of O2 gas. Pressure of O2 gas. Otherwise, second gas it is P2 gas I'm taking here. Second gas. Now from ideal gas equation, what is the number of moles of oxygen? Number of moles formula what? P into V upon R into T. PV by RT. PV upon RT. Otherwise, what we can calculate? Pressure of oxygen gas we can calculate. Pressure of oxygen gas is equal to what now here formula? nRT by V. So here V is same for both gases. V is same, R is same, and temperature is same. So what is same for both gases here? RT by V is same. Here number of moles of first gas, and number of moles second gas. Number of moles of first gas N1, number of moles of second gas N2. RT by V, these values, R value, T value and V value same for both gases. Okay, now I'm taking third gas in same volume again. The same volume, again volume I'm taking V liters one. Again in V liters volume and temperature I'm taking T Kelvin. Same temperature. Now I'm taking CO2 gas. Which gas? CO2 gas. Okay, volume V liters, temperature of CO2 gas T Kelvin, and pressure of CO2. Pressure of CO2 what now? P CO2. Pressure of CO2 we can say, or third gas now we have taken P3. P3 is what now here? The pressure of third gas taken. Now what is number of moles? Number of moles of CO2 formula what here? Number of moles of CO2 gas is equal to, from ideal gas equation, PV by RT. PV upon RT. Otherwise, what we can take now here? Pressure of CO2, if you want to calculate, we take formula nRT by V. So here RT by V is again similar to the nitrogen and oxygen case. Here third gas net is N3 I'm taking. So N3 into RT by V, and previous case N2 into RT by V for oxygen gas, and for nitrogen gas N1 RT by V. So these three gases we have taken the same volume, in the V liters at same volume and in the same volume and at same temperature. We have taken what? Three gases: nitrogen gas, oxygen gas, and CO2 gas. Now these three gases we are mixing. What we are doing now here? On mixing, which gases? Nitrogen gas, oxygen, and CO2 gases. These three gases. See, three gases are mixed. On mixing these three gases in a container, with volume V liters. In a container with volume V liters. Again, the same volume we are taking V liters again. The same volume again we are taking what now? Three gases together. Previously we have taken what? Each gas in V liters. Separately we have taken. Now we are taking what? The three gases in the same volume V liters at same temperature. At what now here? At temperature T Kelvin. At temperature T Kelvin, we are taking what now here? Three gases in same vessel at same temperature. Anyhow, R value, universal gas constant, is same for all gases. Na? For any gas, R value will be same. R value does not change. So R value is universal gas constant, that is same anyhow for all gases, and temperature is constant for all these three gases. Volume also is constant. So on mixing these three gases in the same container, in a container with volume B, we get what now here? The total pressure, P total. P total of what now here? P total of gaseous mixture, remember. So total pressure of what? P total of gaseous mixture. These three gases, do the reactor non-reacting gases? These three are non-reacting gases in air. Generally, these three present in what? Air. In air, nitrogen gas is there, CO2 gas is there, oxygen gas. Three gases are there. So now here, the P total of non-reacting, gaseous mixture. Okay, or what now? P total of a gaseous mixture. P total of what? A gaseous mixture of which gases? Non-reacting gases. Okay, non-reacting gases. So these three gases are non-reacting gases, and their mixture of three gases we are taking. So P total of gaseous mixture of non-reacting gases is equal to, the P total is equal to what now here? The partial pressure of nitrogen gas plus partial pressure of oxygen gas plus partial pressure of CO2 gas. So partial pressure of first component plus partial pressure of second component plus partial pressure of third component is equal to what now here? The total pressure, P total, of a gaseous mixture of non-reacting gases. What are these non-reacting gases? We have taken N2, O2 and CO2. These three non-reacting gases we have taken. For them, what is the total pressure here? P total, PN2 plus PO2 plus PCO. The same thing how to write now here? For three gases, how to write now? Therefore, P total is equal to partial pressure of first gas plus partial pressure of second gas plus partial pressure of third gas. Now what we can say here? The P total, the total pressure of gaseous mixture of non-reacting gases, is equal to the sum of SUM, the sum of partial pressures of all the individual gases. Here, as we mixed three gases, we are taking the individual gaseous pressures, partial pressures of three gases. If you take four gases, if you mix four gases in V liters, we take P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4. But we have mixed how many gases here? Totally three. Therefore, we take P total is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3, means first gas partial pressure plus second gas partial pressure plus the the partial pressure of third gas is equal to P total. It is called what now here? Dalton's law of partial pressures. So according to Dalton's law of partial pressures, the total pressure of a gaseous mixture of non-reacting gases is equal to the sum of partial pressures of all the individual gases in the given mixture. This is called Dalton's law of partial pressures. So this formula we have to mainly remember. Okay, let's take the screenshot of this one. Now here what where we are taking what now here for the mixture of three non-reacting gases. For these gases, what we can take now here, P total of gaseous mixture is equal to what we have taken, P1 plus P2 plus P3, right? So here P1 of first gas, P1 of nitrogen, suppose P1 of nitrogen is equal formula what, PV is equal nRT now, from ideal gas equation, from that P is equal nRT by V. So here N1 RT by V. Here RT by V is same for all gases we discussed now. So N1 is number of moles of first gas. RT by V. It is the partial pressure of first gas. Plus, now partial pressure of second gas is what? For second gas, what we take now? N2 into RT by V. Again, here RT by V value will be same for this gas and for first gas. Plus, now P3 means what now here? The partial pressure of third gas. What is this called? Partial pressure of third gas in the mixture, right now. So partial pressure third gas is equal to what now again? N3 into RT by V. Now what we can take common here? Therefore, P total of gaseous mixture is equal to what now here? N1 plus N2 plus N3 into what is common here? RT by V. RT by V is common for all the three gases now. So N1 plus N2 plus N3, number of moles of first gas plus number of moles of second gas plus number of moles of third gas into RT by V. That is equal to what now here? Therefore, P total is equal to, for the gaseous mixture, N total, number of moles total number of moles into RT by V. Okay, N total means what? Total number of moles. Total number of moles of the gaseous mixture we take. Is that clear, ma'am? So like this, what we take now here, the concept of Dalton's law of partial pressures. The total number of moles into RT by V. Again, number of moles of each gas, how to take from ideal gas equation? From ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. If you take first gas, it will be N1, suppose, for first gas. Therefore, N1 is equal to what? N1 value of first gas is equal to what now? PV by RT. From this N1 we can calculate. So in this way, it is one of the formula. Once take the screenshot of this one. Yeah, now here. Now for the first gas. Okay. Now what is number of moles? Tell me. Number of moles given by N1, right? Number of moles of first gas is equal to what? Mass of the first gas. Sometimes mass will be given. From mass we can calculate what number of moles. Given mass of the gas by divided by gram molecular weight or gram molecular mass. So what we write now here? Gram molecular mass or gram molecular weight. So mass by gram molecular mass. So mass by gram molecular mass will give number of moles. So number of moles of the gas, number of moles of the first gas is equal to what? N1 is equal to mass of the first gas, mass of the first gas you take it. Mass of the first gas by gram molecular mass of the first gas. Gram molecular weight of first gas. So this way we can get what number of moles of first gas. Like that, number of moles of second gas, number of moles of third gas, number of moles of third gas and second gas also we can calculate. So number of moles of second gas, what? The mass of second gas by gram molecular mass of second gas. Like this we can take number of moles. So number of moles formula what for any gas? Given mass by gram molecular mass. And for gases, generally for a given gas, okay, sometimes here gram molecular mass will not be given directly. So vapor density is given by VD. Vapor density VD. So vapor density of a gas is equal to gram molecular mass of gas. Gram molecular mass of the gas by 2. So gram molecular weight by 2 will give what now here? Will give the vapor density, means the vapor density. Or from this here, what is the gram molecular weight? Tell me. Therefore, gram molecular mass of the gas is equal to what? The given vapor density into 2. So VD into 2. So vapor density of the gas into 2 will give what? Gram molecular weight. So indirectly gram molecular mass will be given. Sometimes vapor density will be given to you in the problem. When vapor density is given, 2 into vapor density is equal to gram molecular weight of the gas. Like this, if you know gram molecular mass, given mass by gram molecular mass will give number of moles. Is the concept clear? Take the screenshot once. Only for gases it is applicable, remember, for a gas only. Suppose, example here, I'm taking some example. Suppose if 14 grams of nitrogen gas is given, suppose 14 grams of nitrogen gas. Now what is this 14 grams here? Is it gram molecular weight or mass? It is mass of the gas. Mass is given. Now what is the nitrogen gas formula? Is it N or N2? Molecule we should write or symbol atom we have to write? Gas, nitrogen gas means should we write formula of nitrogen, symbol of nitrogen? We should write formula. Formula means molecular atom, molecule. So what we have to mention here? N2. We should not write N2. For N2, what is the gram molecular mass? Gram molecular mass is equal to 2 into 14. 2 into 14, that is 28. So 28 grams per mole. So 28 grams per mole writing. For this nitrogen, what is the gram molecular mass? Tell me. 14 into 2 na? So that's why 28 grams per mole. 1 mole nitrogen is equal to how many grams? 28 grams. So this is the gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass of nitrogen is what? 28 grams. Therefore, number of moles of nitrogen gas here in this case is equal to given weight or given mass by gram molecular mass is equal to given mass how much here? 14 grams per 28 grams by mole means mole inverse na? Mole inverse. That equals to a 14 by 28 how much? 0.5, 1 by 2, 0.5 moles. 0.5. A gram get cancelled. So 14 by 28, 0.5, 1 by 2. So 1 by 2, this mole inverse will go up na mole. So 0.5 mole nitrogen. 0.5 mole nitrogen we get. So like this, given mass by gram molecular mass we can get. Otherwise, what is the formula here from ideal gas equation? Number of moles of nitrogen gas. Number of moles of nitrogen gas. N2. Number of moles of nitrogen gas is equal to what formula? PV by RC also we can take. Okay. So like this, we have to calculate what? The number of moles of each gas. Okay. Now we are discussing. Let's take the screenshot of this. Yeah. So now we are discussing what now here in air. Air is mixture or gas? Single gas or a mixture of gases? It is. mixture of N2 non-reacting gases, na? Non-reacting gases. Air is what now here? The mixture of non-reacting gases. What are the three gases, general major gases here? What are the three gases? Nitrogen, oxygen, and what here? CO2 mainly it is. And some inert gases also will be there, like argon will be there. But it is very small in quantity. Generally here 78% what is there? 78% oxygen, nitrogen is there in air. And 21% what is there? Oxygen is there. And CO2 how much? 0.03 percentage. 0.03 percentage of CO2 in the air. So these three gases are present in air which do not react with each other. So air is the mixture of what? Non-reacting gases. Okay. So for this air here, total pressure is equal to what now here? Total pressure is equal to P total is equal to here partial pressure of nitrogen plus partial pressure of O2 plus partial pressure of CO2 we take. So up to this concept is clear now. So the total pressure of the gaseous mixture of non-reacting gases is equal to the sum of partial pressures of individual gases in the mixture, in the given mixture. It's called what? Dalton's law of partial pressures. Okay. So now first application is that here mole fraction of nitrogen gas, suppose. Okay, in the mixture of which gases? Nitrogen, oxygen, and CO2. So in the mixture of these three gases, we are taking what now? Mole fraction of only nitrogen gas. So mole fraction of nitrogen is equal to what now? Xn2. Mole fraction of nitrogen is what? Xn2. Mole fraction means X here. Mole fraction is given by letter X. Xn2 indicates what? Mole fraction of N2. So mole fraction of nitrogen is equal to what? Number of moles of nitrogen gas. Number of moles of nitrogen gas divided by N total number of moles. Okay, only number of moles of nitrogen divided by total number of moles. Yeah, total number of moles meaning what here? First you take number of moles of nitrogen, suppose, divided by now number of moles of nitrogen plus number of moles of oxygen plus number of moles of CO2. These three gases we take here. This is called N total. N total is equal to number of moles of first gas plus number of moles of second gas plus number of moles of third gas. So number of moles of only nitrogen divided by the total number of moles is equal to mole fraction of nitrogen. Similarly, we can calculate mole fraction of O2 and mole fraction of CO2. Mole fraction of O2 is equal to number of moles of O2 divided by total number of moles. If you take mole fraction of CO2 here, mole fraction of CO2 is equal to number of moles of only CO2 divided by total number of moles of gaseous mixture. So this gives what now here? Mole fraction of any gas. Okay, so mole fraction concept is important here. Please take the screenshot of this now. Yeah, now I'm taking here. Xi is what now here? Suppose mole fraction of an individual gas. In a gaseous mixture. In a gaseous mixture, I'm taking what? Mole fraction of individual gas. Okay, so mole fraction of individual gas I'm taking here. It is what the Xi. I indicates what here? Individual. Mole fraction of an individual gas. Okay, so mole fraction of individual gas is given by Xi here. So Xi is equal to, so this one if you take now, Xi is equal to Pi. Pi means what here? Partial pressure of individual gas, partial pressure by total pressure, of gaseous mixture. Means what now here? Partial pressure of individual gas. It is what now here? Partial pressure of partial pressure of individual gas divided by what now? Divided by total number of means total pressure of gaseous mixture. Total pressure of what now? Gaseous mixture. So now partial pressure of individual gas divided by total pressure of the gaseous mixture is equal to what? Xi. Xi is what? No, mole fraction of an individual gas in the mixture. In the mixture, any individual gas if you take, for that individual gas, mole fraction is equal to what? Partial pressure of that individual gas upon the total pressure of the gaseous mixture. Okay, example, what I'm taking here, mole fraction of CO2 gas I'm taking. Mole fraction of only CO2 gas. What is the formula for mole fraction of CO2? Partial pressure of CO2 gas, partial pressure of CO2 gas upon P total. P total. So P total means what? Total pressure of nitrogen plus oxygen plus CO2. P total. So like this, what now here? Mole fraction of any individual gas is equal to partial pressure of that gas upon the total pressure of gaseous mixture is called what now here? Mole fraction of CO2. Okay. Now also we can take here mole fraction in terms of volume also we can mention. So here partial volume of CO2 divided by total volume of gaseous mixture. Total volume of gaseous mixture means what? Volume of nitrogen plus volume of oxygen plus volume of CO2, the total pressure. So partial pressure of CO2 gas upon total volume of, partial volume of CO2 gas upon total volume of gaseous mixture also we can take. It is also what? Mole fraction. So mole fraction of individual gas is equal formula what? Partial pressure of CO2 upon the total pressure of gaseous mixture. The same way, partial volume of CO2 divided by the total volume of the mixture is also equal to number of moles of CO2, only number of moles of CO2 upon total number of moles of gaseous mixture. The number of moles of CO2 by total number of moles. Also what? Mole fraction of CO2. So mole fraction of CO2 is equal to what now? Mole fraction of CO2 is equal to, okay, here what we can write on this? That's what we can write here. Mole fraction of any gas is equal to partial pressure of that gas by total pressure. That equals to partial volume of the gas by total volume. That equals to number of moles of that particular gas upon the total number of moles of the gaseous mixture is called what now? XCO2, means mole fraction of that particular gas. For any gas, we can apply the same. Now tell me for oxygen gas here, XO2. Tell me once again repeat the formula. Take the screenshot of this one. Take the screenshot of this. Yeah, now take it. Now mole fraction of O2 gas in the mixture, in the above mixture, is equal how to mention XO2. X means for mole fraction of O2. That equals to what is the different formula? Tell me. Partial pressure of O2 by P total, total pressure of gaseous mixture, is equal to partial volume of O2 upon total volume of gaseous mixture is equal to number of moles of O2 upon total number of moles. Like this, for any gas we can apply this one, N total. Okay, so these are all different formulae to be understood here. Now tell me what is the partial pressure of a gas? From this tell me from this relation here, partial pressure is equal to what? Partial pressure. So partial pressure of a gas. Partial pressure of a gas is equal to what now? Any gas. For any gas, partial pressure is equal to total pressure into mole fraction. So mole fraction of that gas, mole fraction of that particular gas into P total Is that clear? So P total into the mole fraction will give what now? Partial pressure of the gas. So partial pressure of any gas is equal to mole fraction of that particular gas into total pressure. This relation is very important. Is the concept clear? So it's about what now here? Dalton's law of partial pressures. Let's take the screenshot of this. Next, one more important concept is that, so here moist gas means what if you pass the dry gas through the water, suppose in one vessel, one tube is there. Okay, so now through this tube we are passing, here it is water. It is water. Okay, so it is water we have taken. Now what we are doing is that we are passing which gas here? Dry gas. Dry gas, some dry gas is passed through this tube. Now this dry gas will dissolve in water, and from this what will come? Bubbles will be coming. The gas bubbles. The gas bubbles will come and the gas will be collected here. The gas collected above the surface of this water. Gas collected above the surface of this water. This gas is what now? Moist gas. Moist gas means the gas with some moisture. The gas with some moisture is called what? Moist gas. It is wet or dry gas? Wet gas. In this wet gas, what are there? Dry gas is there. Whatever we have passed, this dry gas is there. Plus some water vapor is there. Water vapor. Water vapor also is there now here. So some water vapor there and dry gas has come. Here already above the surface of water, some water vapor is already present. Already some water vapor is there. Again, the dry gas is collected above the surface of water. Means above the surface of water, whenever we collect some gas, the gas is nothing but moist gas or wet gas. In this here,